Hello goat lovers, Crystal here with Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, and today I need to decide which 5 does get to stay in the herd. Making cuts to the herd can be really hard, but it's extremely important if your goal is to always be improving on your herd, and you don't know what you're going to improve on if you don't retain any of the kids. In addition to that, it's important to keep your herd at a manageable size to ensure that they're all getting the care and attention that they need. So before we get to the decision making, I just want to say that none of these does are bad does. They're all very structurally sound, they have great genetics behind them, and they're going to make amazing additions to other people's herds. So up first are our half-sisters here. This is Cammie and Maddie. Both are 7 years old, and they are both sired by Lucky, so they're Lucky daughters, and they're both blue-eyed and polled. Both are very gorgeous does. So as far as Cammie and Maddie are concerned, Cammie is kind of just my girl. These girls are 7 years old. They've been with us their whole life, and quite frankly, I don't know how they would adjust to another herd. And honestly, I'm just not ready to let Cammie go myself, and she's gonna stay here with us. And as far as Maddie is concerned, if it wasn't for Emily, Maddie would find a new home. But Emily is kind of Maddie's person, and it is what it is. So Cammie gets to stay, and so does Maddie. And now we have our 2 one-year-olds here. This is Honey and Leia. And as you guys know, I've already retained for sure 2 other one-year-olds. So I've kept Mia and I've also kept Pepper. And ideally, I wouldn't have more than 3 in each age group because we are a show herd and I do need handlers. So when I'm looking at these 2 one-year-olds side by side, I just really like Honey's body capacity a lot more than Leia's. She's deeper bodied. She's just kind of a little more rounded there, and as well her udder has a lot more capacity to it as a first freshener. So I'm really loving Honey's udder over Leia's, and for me, I just think Honey's gonna be the one. She's also won a reserve and did really good at the show, and she won best udder in a class of 16 goats. So I think Honey gets to stay. So now we got Lodi and Dreamer. Lodi is a 4-year-old and Dreamer is a 3-year-old. So as far as Lodi's background, when she was really young, she had a really bad case of coccidia, and it really just stunted her growth. So unfortunately, because of that, she is never going to be competition in the ring. She just needs to be a bigger goat, but that's okay. She's still very awesome. She's a great milker, and she has a lot of great genetics behind her. So again, she got coccidia and isn't going to be, much competition in the ring, but she's still a great dairy goat. As far as Dreamer is concerned, she's being a little ornery this morning, but that's all right also. So in the ring, they're going to separate the goats by age group. So you're going to have your 1-year-olds, your 2-year-olds, your 3-year-olds, and so forth. And those of you that are on Patreon, you do know that I originally had intended to sell Dreamer, but Dreamers are only 3-year-olds, so when we go into the ring or we go to shows, we don't have any competition in a 3-year-old ring. So I did decide in the end, because Dreamer is so beautiful and also we don't have a 3-year-old, Dreamer does get to stay. And lastly, here are my 4 2-year-olds. So I am already retaining for sure 3 other 2-year-olds. So that's Daisy, Wildy, and Ray. And as I had mentioned previously, ideally I don't have more than 3 in the same age group. So if you are a patron, then you knew all 4 of these girls originally I was going to sell. However, after I posted that and made my decision, just talking about it and discussing it with my husband, and there's just one doe I absolutely could not get rid of, and that doe is Bessie. All right, you guys, so all of these does are going to new homes, and they're going to make amazing, great additions to other people's herds. So if you guys want to buy a goat, go on over to our website and check out what's available, but don't delay because they're going to go fast. And other than that, we have a lot of things to get ready for these babies to go to their new homes, and you're not going to want to miss it, so make sure you're subscribed.